be careful being down here in the South for too long. You're gonna adopt their southern accent. It's like little country, little Cali. So, I know I had a point today. Oh, when you're over the road as a truck driver, and you're thinking about, they got so many different, like postcards, gifts that, souvenirs. When you're over the road and you're thinking about somebody like, oh, they might like that. I mean, the other day I saw an owl that was like half the size of me. And I instantly thought of my boyfriend's mom. She loves owls. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. That is the second time I've seen K5 on a car. The first one was K5, the second one was K5. I'm always looking at license plates. Because numbers are repetitive. And if you're seeing a repetitive number, it's like the universe and God's trying to be like, hey, pay attention. This is the only way I can get you to pay attention. So, sum up with the number 14. I'm surrounded by the number 14. But yeah, so when you're over the road and you're coming across souvenirs, what is that bird? That was a big ass bird. Sorry for my ADD. I'm sorry. But I'm constantly looking around doing stuff like multitasking and stuff. Because that's what you do as a driver, truck driver. You gotta multitask. You gotta watch your signs, like I was saying yesterday. But, so when you're over the road and you're thinking about, oh yeah, I want to get this souvenir for somebody, it's like, do you get it? It's like you're obviously thinking about them. Do you have the money? Do you just say, you know what? When I get back home, I'm going to get this and I'm going to give it to them. Me, I didn't get the owl. So, Lori, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I didn't get your owl. But I'm going to send you a picture about how big this thing was. But when I noticed too, and it's only when I can. They got these visitor centers right when you get into a state. And my goal is every state that I get into, if I can get into a visitor center with my truck, I want to go get the map. Free maps. Like every state has a free map of its state. Like when you go and you buy in these maps, in the truck stop, it's like, well, what's so special about the map when you can get a map of the state for free? Maybe it shows something else. I don't know. But my goal is, for my nephews, my nieces, and my boyfriend's nephew and nieces, like, I want to give them all maps of the states that I've been to. Like, be like, hey, there is a much bigger world out there besides Southern California. I want you guys to travel, explore, live your lives when you get older. Don't just stay in one spot. We as humans are travelers. It's like you gotta put your roots somewhere. Yeah, put your roots somewhere. But go explore it. Expand your mind. There's more to this life than just staying in one spot. And so I want to encourage that in the kids, because, dude, I never thought I would leave California until I had gotten married when I was in my early 20s, and he was in the military, and I moved to Fort Benning, Georgia. I lived there for a year and 3 months. Got there, what was it, 4th of July weekend, 2008. We left September 1st, 2009. It's like very rarely I can remember those, like, move dates. But it was intense. I thought I'd never leave Southern California. And look at me now. I'm a truck driver. But I also want to send postcards. I send postcards, as souvenirs. And I try to get the free ones, but, because it costs a little bit of money. But, if I can't get the free ones in the state and I see that there's some pretty good ones, like, I'm talking educational. I ain't just trying to get, like, some BS, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I just get, like, oh, that's a funny postcard from this state. I'm going to send it. And it's just like, I don't know, when I was a kid and my grandparents would send me postcards, it would just brighten up my day. I'd be like, dude, this is awesome. Like, this is awesome. Like, I can't believe my grandparents went there, And to see all the pictures, see where my family's been, like my mom's, I don't know, I think my mom's dad, I'm not entirely sure, but he was It's like my great grandma, you know, on one of the sides, you know, she's from Germany too. So it's like I'm really encouraged. I really want to go meet all this extended family that I know is out there. I mean, shit, I'm pretty sure I look like them, minus the bigness. I don't know. I'm pretty big. I mean, even for a girl 5'9", like, yeah. Because I was 13. I was 13 years old. Went through my growth spurt. I was 5'7". I'm like, damn, that's a big girl, especially since my mom's only 5'4". Like, dang. Oh, and both my sisters about her height. My youngest sister looks like. I'm sorry for rambling again, but nah. So, getting souvenirs on the road. I went and I bought myself a magnet because I'm like, hey, you know, my mom made a good point. She's like, you know, if you want to go through these states, you should get yourself a magnet. She didn't say it like that, but you know, she said you should get yourself a magnet. I said, yeah, that'd be nice. Because my keychain that I bought, I think in Arizona or Utah, it's already breaking. But I got that last year. Yeah, I just kind of want to know, like, even if you're not a truck driver, you know, when you're out on the road, are you buying souvenirs? Are you, how are you buying, like, what is your, organization, like, of buying a souvenir? Like, are you buying it per town? Are you buying it just on a whim? Are you buying it, because you visited that state? Like, I'm really into memorabilia. I don't know, that, yeah, we're gonna get over it. That looks like it looked like a sign that I kept seeing blue, and I'm like, I see blue, but it's like, it doesn't look like it's flashing. But now it looks like it's flashing because I'm a little closer. What do you do? What do you do? What do you effing do when you see flashing lights on the road? You get the hell over if you can, or you slow the hell down. Plain and simple, save a life, right? Damn, 1, 2, 3, 4 cruisers on one car. 4 cruisers on one car. What is that about? That's some messed up business. But yeah, I'm really curious, you know? Like, I bought, okay, so I was visiting Weed, California, right? Like, I'd go through there regularly because I'm supposed to be 11 Western, but I came out east because I wanted to go help out, you know, meet up with my boyfriend in Dallas and go help truckers feeding the homeless, but he's not gonna be able to make it, so I still want to go do it. Like, that's the whole reason I came out here, you know, at this time. So I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Which I gotta hit up. If you guys do a name drop right here, if you guys watch it, Choice Mass, you know, I love watching his videos. If you're watching this, love your lives, love your stop the clocks. Anyway, so what was it? Oh, so I bought postcards. I bought postcards from Weed, California, and then I sent them to my nephews. My sister's divorced from her husband, her second husband. I don't know what, some dude she was married to. She's divorced. She's married now to a new guy. I guess he's good. I don't know. I've never met him, but hopefully I get to. But probably won't. But her 2 oldest boys live with their dad. So I sent my nephews postcards from Weed, California. I get a text, and I'm trying to fall asleep too. I get a text from him at like 9 at night saying, I don't appreciate you sending my kids cards that insinuate like drug usage. And I'm just like, dude, I thought you had a sense of humor. Just because, and you know what he said? I said, I thought you had a sense of humor. He said, I do have a sense of humor. I just don't appreciate. You need to use your head. I'm like, just because you said you had a sense of humor just proves you freaking don't. Like, you have to justify. Like, nah. And I told him, I said, you know what? If you don't like it, throw it away. I hope they enjoy the other cards I sent them, because I sent them from California, Arizona. You know, I forget what other ones I sent, but you know, I'm trying to, you know, and I talked to my sister about this because her boys were visiting her recently. They were visiting her, and I said, hey, what, like, have you heard anything? Like, she asked the boys, they're like, hey, have you gotten your postcards yet? And they're like, no, we haven't got any postcards. And this mofo finally decides to check his damn mail almost 3 months later. And then he's gonna bitch about it. Dude, this guy has got a stick up his butt. He goes and he talks, and I'm sorry, this is gonna be some gossip right here. I'm sorry, you can exit out of the video. But I think it's so messed up. This guy, he takes his kids away from their mom because they don't agree. And my sister, she's staying in the Marines. I'm so fucking proud of my little sister, dude. So, you know how hard it is to stay in a military branch and just stay? I mean, anybody who's been in the military, you know, I want to know your opinions. Like, tell me, like, is it really that hard? Like, I've never been in the military. I've only been a military wife, and I liked it for the most part. I liked that I had free benefits. But, you know, I'm really trying to... Why is it telling me to go 12? Alright, so I guess I'm going 12 west. I thought I was supposed to go 10 west. Anyway. So... I'm just... totally ADD right here. Alright, so he takes his kids away from their mom. He even told her that when she had gotten pregnant the first time. And I was like, dude, why are you gonna stay with somebody who's like, oh, I don't give a fuck about you, but, you know, if you fuck me over, I'm taking my kids. Like, nah, bitch, that's not how it works. Like, it pisses me off, too, because I'm just like, that's not fair, dude. You fucking take them over, like, 600-700 miles away, and, like, now she can't fight. She can't fight for it. Too busy. Like when my dad and my stepmom want to go visit the boys because they only live like an hour and a half. He's like, I'm too, like their dad's like, oh, we're too busy. We can't just drop everything. Bitch, please, you can go visit them on a Sunday. You ain't doing shit. What the hell you doing? I mean, shit. The boys go visit their mom and all they fucking do is fight. Pardon my language. This makes me angry and I've had too much caffeine. But it's not cool, you know, like, he doesn't communicate with her because they were having marital issues. She wanted to work it out. He said, nah, we're done. And I told her, I said, you know, he was ready to jump before he even found out you were pregnant. If a guy did that to me, I'd be like, fine, jump then, bitch. But I'm so glad I don't got a guy that does that. He's a jerk. He's my asshole, but he's my asshole. And I'm his crazy, I don't know, airhead. But I got ambitions. I got so much I want to do. I can't retain a lot of the information. And as I get older, it gets harder. But I want to know your opinion on that too. I mean, they've been struggling with this for almost 2 years now. And it's like really ticked me off that it's like he couldn't even appreciate a souvenir. It's like, he's like, you never reached out to me. You know, like, why do you expect me to just drop everything and like take the boys to go see you? I was like, dude, I didn't expect you. I said, hey, it's worth a shot asking. You know, since it was my birthday, I'm like, hey, maybe I might get a fucking birthday wish. But no, he's like, well, we can't just drop everything. We have life and kids. Oh, yeah, Obviously, it's about your fucking priorities and not the kids. Like, I want the kids to know who I am. Shit. Oh, man, there's just so much drama in there. I don't even want to get into it now. Because, I mean, if I put the negativity out there, then it's going to be bad. And I've already been talking for like 14 minutes. Oh, my goodness. But I really do want to know, what are you doing for your family and your friends? Like when it comes down to like when you go into these states or these towns, are you buying them souvenirs? Are you thinking about them going, man, this person would love it? Even if you're broke, you know, and they get pissed off, they're like, you shouldn't have spent it. And be like, hey, I'm still thinking about you. I still want to get this for you. I know, you know, it was like $2, $3, maybe $5. But I still want to get this for you. Buffa River. I don't even know what that name is. Tushapapa. Alright, well, I've been talking quite a bit. And if you're at the end of this video, holy damn, I commend you. And that is pretty awesome. But I do want to know your opinions. Like, how can my sister get her kids back? Do you buy souvenirs? If anybody from my family's watching this, I love you guys. I really do. It's like sometimes we gotta reach out for a helping hand because people are just acting like turds and being unfair, playing unfair games. And sometimes we gotta take action. We can't just sit back praying that all, it's like God gives us information. The universe gives us information. And we have, and we get signs on being told what we're supposed to do with it and how we do it. But anyway, my two big questions. Do you buy souvenirs thinking about other people when you go through towns or states? And if you got grandparents' rights, something about that. Like my boyfriend's mom told me about grandparents' rights. There is such a thing per state, but like father's rights. But anyway, drop me a comment, like, subscribe, share.